Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start one more new chapter, fractions from primary 6 syllabus. So let's start. So first of all we'll see the definition. What do you mean by fraction? A fraction means one or more parts of whole or a set of objects. First we will see what do you mean by a fraction means one or more parts of whole. So later we will see what do you mean by this set of objects. Till now whatever the numbers we have learned, so that all the numbers are, we will write it as individual terms. Okay, so even they have a relationship in terms of more or less, we will write it as individual terms. But in fractions we are deriving a close relationship between two things. One is part of or parts of whole and whole. The representation of numbers is bit different. Okay, so for example here I have taken one pizza. Okay, so I will represent the part and whole as using this symbol. Okay, so on top we will write it one number and bottom with another number. These two have some close relationship between them. That is, on top we will write parts of whole and bottom we will write down whole. What do you mean by this? In place of numerator we will write parts of whole which we required. Okay, and bottom is total number of parts which makes whole. The best example for the fraction is pizza. Okay, so when you want to share the pizza between two kids, okay, so what we will do, we will divide the pizza into half. Okay, so the whole we are getting with the two parts. Okay, so when you join two halves you will get whole. Then the denominator is 2. Okay, then what is the numerator? If they ask what's the share of each kid, then the value is 1 over 2, means out of two parts, one part we are sharing to each kid. This is called fraction. Okay, so here 1 is representing the part of whole. Okay, and 2 is representing the whole. So again whole we have the all total number of parts, how many parts it is divided, that we will take it as a whole. Okay, whatever we need, required part will be there as numerator. So here we have the close relationship between 1 and 2. We have specific vocabulary for both the values. So on top whatever value is there, so that we will call it as numerator, and the bottom value is denominator. Hope now you understand what do you mean by this definition. A fraction means one or more parts are whole. Next we will see set of object. Okay, so we will use this fraction in set of objects also. How? So for example here we have 4 students. Okay, so among them one is girl. Okay, if they would ask what fraction of the girls are there, so then also we will use the concept of fraction. So what is the concept of fraction? So in numerator we should write whatever they ask, denominator will have the whole value. So here means total number of students, which is 4. Okay, and what is the part of whole? So out of 4 students we have one girl, then the fraction is 1 over 4. So let's see few more vocabulary. Next we will see equivalent fraction. So let me set first, what do you mean by equivalent fraction? Fractions that have the same value but different numerator and denominators is called equivalent fraction. When we observe the three diagrams, they all look like same shading part, okay, but whatever the parts you have in each diagram, that is different, okay. So see here we have two parts and one part is shaded, so we will represent that one as half, 1 over 2. Part of whole is 1, shaded part is 1, and total number of parts is 2, okay. So next one, here the shaded part is same like our previous diagram, but the total number of parts is different, so which is 4, okay. So when 4 parts are divided, the shaded area is in 2 parts, right? So that's why we represented 2 over 4, okay. So same, next picture. In the next diagram also shaded area is same, but parts are different. I will say all these values are same. So let me show that one. So I am writing 2 by 4 as 1 times 2, 2 times 2. So 2 cancel, that means 1 by 2. Next again 4 by 8, 1 times 4 and 2 times 4. So 4 cancel. Then again 4 by 8 is equal to half. All these values are representing the same value, 1 by 2. That's why we will say all these fractions are equivalent fraction. They look different, but the value of these fractions are same. Here 1 over 2 we will call it as simplest form, because we don't have any common factor between these two values. We can't divide this one with any other common factor, but whereas here 2 over 4, so we can divide both the values with the 2. We have common factors. In 4 by 8 also we have common factors. That's the concept of equivalent fraction. Next we will see another definition. So that is proper fraction. So what do you mean by proper fraction? The numerator is smaller than the denominator. Then we will say that fraction as proper fraction, and the value of the fraction is always less than 1. So here we have two examples, 3 over 5 and 7 over 12. So the numerators are less compared to denominator. What it is saying, the value of this fraction is always less than 1. So we will check once whether the value we are getting less than 1 or not. So 3 over 5 means how much? So denominator 5, yeah, 3 numerator, so then 0.6, right? So 30 we are getting, yeah. When the numerator is less and denominator is big, we will get always our value less than 1. Our fraction value is less than 1. So next we will see next definition, which is mixed numbers. What do you mean by mixed numbers? Numbers that are made up of whole number and proper fraction, we will call it as mixed numbers. So here we have two things. One is it's a combination of whole number and proper fraction. So the examples are 1 is a whole number and here 8 is a whole number. Half is a proper fraction. So numerator is less than compared to denominator. Okay. So this 8 is whole number and 3 by 5 is proper fraction. Mixed numbers values greater than 1. So always we will get its value greater than 1. Okay, next, always express mixed term in terms of simplest term. Now you understand, right? What do you mean by simplest term, which we discussed in the equivalent fraction, because here we are using that word. Hope you understand that term simplest form, which we discussed in the equivalent fractions. Let's move on. Next topic, fractions on number line. Next we will see where is our fractions lies on number line. Between 0 and 1 we have proper fraction. Okay. Now we will see how I am writing these values. Okay. So between 0 to 1 the total number of parts are divided 5 parts. Okay. So see here, and the first value is 1 over 5, means out of 5 parts this is the first part. Okay. So next one is 2 over 5, Next one is 3 over 5. Next one is 4 over 5. And the next one is 5 over 5. So what do you mean by 5 over 5? Which is 1. Okay. And remaining all we have mixed numbers. Okay. So the next value 1 whole number, and out of 5 parts again 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 part, again so on. Again in the fifth part we will get 2, because 1 whole number, 1 plus 1, which is 2. And again bottom line we have divided into 12 parts. Okay. So here we are representing equivalent fraction also. See, even when we divided 10 fractions, then the second value is 2 over 10. What do you mean by 2 over 10? Which is 1 over 5. So 2 over 10 simplest form is 1 over 5. So we can represent equivalent fractions also on number line. That's how we can represent all the fractions on number line. Okay, so we have to write it as numerator over denominator. Numerator is parts of whole and denominator is whole, means the total number of parts which makes whole. So that's it for today's session. Hope you understand all the concepts. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Don't forget, age is just number. Happy learning.